spot. So we've so we've fallen over. Yeah, so anyway, the Griso's there. I'll pick myself up. Griso is doing alright. I've taken it for a ride just now, and we've been having a look at the compression. And so basically what I've done is I've done a compression test on the Griso. The left hand side cylinder has got quite a big variance in pressure compression than the right side cylinder at around about 140 psi. Left side's at about 100ish. There is something wrong there on the left hand side cylinder, and done a kind of like a rudimentary leak test. And so we've used the centre crank bolt just to turn the engine so that we stick into the cylinder just so we're at top dead centre, since we haven't especially taken off the top. And we'll put some air in here. You can get a proper pressure tester, load, what do you call it? It's a load test. But anyway, it's a test. Comes, it has a couple of gauges, I should say, a couple of gauges, and it will measure the leak. The leak down test is what you're looking to do, and that's going to determine if there is air leaking out of a couple of different places that can be reasons why your compression isn't so great. So you've got your inlet valve, exhaust valve, you've got your piston rings. This is an interesting thing. We will hopefully get to the bottom of it. Let's go. Oh shit. You can hear the exhaust valve when it pushes down. Oh, that hurt. I think it's inlet valve from that. Don't try and hold the damn thing that's holding. That's all I've got, you see. Stab yourself in the hand. What an idiot. I feel that it might be the valve, and I guess maybe because the history now is that the last few years, couple of years or so, idle sometimes just goes randomly out of whack and won't idle. Other times it will idle really well. Reset the TPS, do a throttle body balance, and it all seems to come sweet, but then soon after it's a little bit ups and down. But I'm just sort of thinking that might be the reason that the valve, the inlet valve, is our problem. One of the other problems, I guess, was doing the inlet or the leak test, was that the testing system that I had, it was very rudimentary, and I've still got the scar of when I cut myself on the torque wrench trying to get the piston to stand still while I put through air into it. But anyway, what I'll probably look at doing is, I'm not too sure whether it's a valve grind or replace the valve or pull it apart and get someone to have a look at it for me, because I don't really have the tools and everything to do anything with that per se. But if we take that head off and we can have a look at it and stuff and go from there, I reckon that's going to be the plan, eh? I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of exciting. It will give me a chance to refresh a couple of other things. I've been recommended to do the timing chain. Hey, look, it's nearly done 200,000 Ks. Why not? Let's do that. And I'll do the alternator belt as well, and have not never touched that since I've brought it, so that's probably worthwhile having a replacement on that. And hey, you know, if it needed new valves and new rings and stuff, maybe, I don't know, but we're gonna have a bit of investigation and see how things are looking. Why not? I think we've sort of semi figured it out, and the fact is that the problem has been it's not new, so it's been there for a while. So when we look at it that way, it's probably unlikely that it's going to fail. Got a trip coming up in two trips, one potentially to the Wonder Rally, and the second trip is a trip down south on our way to the Drummond Rally, and taking some days either side to sightsee and check out some dock camps. One that we've been there to before, and just enjoy some different spots. Should be a good time. Has to be a good time. What do you think? Yeah, and what are your thoughts on the old Griso here, and the issue that we are currently looking at with the compression? I'm no compression expert. I know that one day when the bike was lying on me, my leg was feeling quite compressed, and it was bloody heavy to get off. But other than that, I don't know a lot about compression. I know the basic understanding of engines and how they work, and fuel and spark and blah blah blah, and how everything sort of spins around. But hey, I reckon you should subscribe. I'll be throwing up a few clips in 2023, I hope, and hopefully for good enjoyment for you and I, and hopefully there may be some questions you can answer, and hopefully some inspiration that can be given either way. So I thank you, and let's all make the most of this coming year 2023. When you got days like this, what's there to complain about, eh? Absolutely nothing.